Hey yoga and fitness friends, thanks for joining me on the mat today. I'm Vicky with UPLIFT Yoga and Fitness, and today I have a vinyasa flow for you that takes us to peak pose, Garudasana, eagle pose. Now there are several versions of the story of Garuda. They all come to the same basic conclusion that in order to overcome obstacles, Garuda has to dig deep into his skills and abilities, both mental and physical. So as today we open into our practice and work towards this pose, we open both body and mind into our full potential. We can overcome obstacles that seem to be in our way, and we will work to improve our concentration and awareness. So if you're using essential oils with me today, I'm using Clarity by Young Living, which helps to bring clarity to the mind, helping to clear out some of the cobwebs maybe, and bring a little alertness, giving you a better ability to focus. And I like to take this one mixed in some coconut oil in a roller bottle that I simply apply right behind my ears, and that helps me to get a little clarity before my practice or whatever I'm about to do. All right. Also, even though this is a peak pose flow and not slated under my yoga and journaling playlist, you can still use the theme from today's practice to take into a theme for your journaling. It may help you further tap into opening your mind, digging further into your potential, perhaps even finding some roadblocks. All right, let's get started. Join me in a constructive rest position on our backs. Soles of the feet to the floor, feet a little wider than hip width apart so that the knees can fall in towards each other. The hands can be comfortably at your side or coming to the belly. Maybe even crossing over the chest if you choose, kind of giving yourself a nice hug. Just start to focus on the breath here. Beginning our path to focus and concentration by starting with the breath. Observing the breath as it is at this present moment. Let's set an intention for today's practice. One of unfolding the body and opening the mind to possibility. One of exploring hidden potential in our practice. One of unwavering focus and concentration. Let that intention seep into every cell in the body. As you begin to increase the length of your inhales to a count of 4 or 5. Matching the exhales to that same count. I have unwavering focus and concentration as I unfold my body and open my mind to possibility and explore my hidden potential. Our goal today is to find balance and harmony between the body and the mind. All right, one more inhale here. As you exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Rock the knees from side to side. Starting with our warm up here, take the knees to the right side. That right arm is perpendicular to the body here, with the left hand pancaked right on top. The head can rest down. On an inhale, sweep the left arm up by the ear, open it wide to the left side. Find that twist, and then as you exhale, the knees come to the left side, the right arm follows, pancake right on top. Inhale, the right arm sweeping it up. As you exhale, the knees cross over to the right, the left hand follows. Keep going, inhaling to sweep, exhaling, changing sides. Feeling the body unfolding as you stretch. Feeling the mind open to these possibilities of this practice. We'll take one more on each side, ending on the right side where we started. And then return to the back here. Take the feet straight up to the ceiling. Legs open wide, gentle flex through the feet, the knees soft. We'll warm up through the hips here by taking some circles with the feet. They can be as small or as large as you need them to be. Just take 5 circles in one direction, and then 5 circles the other direction. Then bring the feet together to touch so they're standing on the ceiling. While we're here, we're going to practice eagle legs and just get an idea of where the body is at this moment and warm up through the hips a little. So we'll start by taking the right leg, cross it over above the knee, and bring the outside of that right calf alongside the outside of the left calf. Bend through this left knee a little, perhaps seeing if you can tuck the toes under the calf without contorting the knees. Then unwrap, open the legs a little wide, bring the left leg across. Same thing, outside of the legs touch, or bend through that right leg and see if you can tuck the toes. Continue, open the legs, right leg on top. Open the legs, left leg on top. Once more through. Windmilling them one direction, and then the other. Very good. Unwrap the legs and bring them into the chest here, maybe rocking side to side, and then take the legs all the way to one side so that we can work our way to tabletop pose. So in our tabletop pose here, we're going to start to engage the core, create a little heat for our practice, and also start to tap into that focus. Finding sunbird, extend the right leg out here. Reach through the toes, keep the hips square, belly pulls upward. When you feel stable, the left arm reaches out front. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, elbow and knee come in. Inhale to open it up. 4 more. Exhale in. Inhale to open. Here's 3. And open. Number 4. Open. Last one. Crunch it in. Open it up. Extend again through the fingertips and the toes. And then bring the hand and knee down. Other side, extend the left leg, hips stay square, right arm reaches out front. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Feel the engagement. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull it in. Open it up. 3 more. Open. Here's 2. And last 1. Open and reach. And then bring it down. All right, now starting towards, or walk yourself back a little towards the back of your mat. This next flow is going to have us traveling forward a bit, so you want to make sure you have some room. So extend that right leg out behind you. Pull it into the chest. Both hands stay planted. Press in to create space for that knee to come up. Cross the right leg in front. Set it down, and then sink the hips back. So it's like a cross-legged hip opener here. Come back forward. That right knee plants down. Adjust the hands so your shoulders are more square with your wrist. And then extend the left leg out. Pull the knee into the chest. Cross the foot in front. Sink the hips back. Keep going. Coming up. Plant the left knee down. Right leg extends out. You can adjust the hands as needed. Pull the knee in. Cross it over. Sink the hips back. Again, plant the left knee, or the right knee. The left knee extends. Pull it in. Cross it over. Sink it back. One more time on each side. Plant that left knee. Right leg flies. Pull it in. Cross it over. Sink the hips. Last one here. Right knee plants. Left leg extends. Pull the knee to the chest. Cross it over. Sink the knees back. Very good. Coming back to our tabletop pose. Readjusting as you need to. Keep the knees together here. Sink back to the heels, so the hips, so the sit bones come to the heels. The arms come alongside the body. Forehead to the mat. We're finding rabbit pose here. The hands can clasp to the feet, the outside edges of the feet. And as you inhale, you'll lift the hips. Let the head roll onto the crown of the head. And you'll start to feel, perhaps, an opening through the outsides of the shoulders here in this rabbit pose. And then sink the hips back down. Coming up into our tabletop. Tuck the toes under here. Slowly, with intention, take the sit bones all the way up. Find your downward facing dog. Knees can be bent here. Press into the hands. Hips lifting, heels sinking. Let the head and neck relax here. And bend the knees more. Look at the hands. Step it forward. Find your forward fold. Again, knees can be bent. Bend the knees more. We'll unfurl here, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way up, the shoulders roll back, the head comes up. Okay. Starting to build some heat here with our sun salutations. Moving a little quick so that we can build that heat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Bend the knees, hands through center, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Step the right leg back as the fingertips touch down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Hands through center. Hands touch back, toe tucks, step it forward and fold. Inhale, flat back. Fingers touch, left foot steps back. Back knee down, Anjaneyasana. Hands through center. Back foot stepping forward. Bend the knees here, root to rise, arms up. Keep it moving. Bend the knees, hands through center to fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, right foot steps back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale the hands down. Back foot steps forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fingers touch, left foot steps. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale the hands down. Back foot steps forward. Fold. Root to rise here. Arms sweep all the way up. Hands to heart center. So we should be feeling a little warm now. Inhale the arms up here. Hands through center to fold. Inhale, flat back. This time plant the hands, step the feet back to plank pose. Find a nice strong plank with the shoulders over the wrists. Press into the hands. Feel the shoulder blades start to expand behind you. The tailbone curling down towards the heels. Belly button pulling up into the spine. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. All right, this next piece is going to help warm up the hips a little more with fire hydrants. So the left knee is just going to swing out to the side. Try to keep the right hip in line with the right knee, engaging through that left glute, and then lower down. Inhale, up and down, up and down. 2 more. Lower, lift, lower. 1 more here, lift. See here if you can extend that foot out, trying to keep it parallel to the floor. Then bring it back in and down. Same thing, other side. The right knee opens up. Keep that left hip in line with the knee on the mat. Lower down. And lift, lower, lift, lower. 2 more. Lift, lower. All right, last one. Lift it up. Once again, extend that leg, trying to keep it parallel to the floor. And then bend the knee, pull the knee back down. Very nice. Tuck the toes here. Press up into your downward facing dog. This time, pedal into the feet, pressing one heel down and then the other. And before you find stillness, take the feet a little wider. Walk the hands back just a couple of inches. And then press into the hands. Your heels may come a little lower to the mat. Sit bone still reaching. Finding a little more grounding here, a little more symmetry before we move into our flow that takes us one side and then the other. All right, bend the knees, look at the hands, step it forward, forward fold. Bend the knees here, root to rise, arms all the way up, hands to heart center. We'll pause here so that we can warm up through the shoulders a little more. Just a standing flow here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, cactus the arms. Let the shoulder blades squeeze together behind you. Feel the strengthening happen. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand drops as the left hand stretches. Inhale. Both arms up, exhale, cactus. Inhale, up, left hand lower. So we're stretching and then strengthening. Cactus the arms, here's our strengthening. And inhale, right hand falls. Inhale, cactus. Inhale, left hand falls. 1 more cactus here. Really feel that strengthening happen as the shoulder blades squeeze together. Inhale, back up. So you're still at the top of your mat here. Maybe a slight back bend if it feels good. Bring the hands through center, forward fold. Moving right into our next flow. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, step the right foot back. Drop the knee down, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale the hands down, back toes tuck, then drop the heel down as we move into warrior two. Nice strong warrior. Feel the strength in the legs here, supporting you as you open and reach through each side of the fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretching, then straighten that front leg, that left leg. Arms come parallel, reach left hand towards the front, bring the left hand down to the shin. Another option for a block here if you choose. The right hand coming up to the ceiling. We've got a little flow here to, once again, warm and strengthen through this right arm. Fold the right arm down, perpendicular to the mat, all the way down to the leg. Inhale, bow and arrow, pull it up through center. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, pull it up. 2 more times, fold and pull. Continuing to stay strong in the legs, fold and pull. Very good. This right arm swings back behind you as you come into a runner's lunge, back foot stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, step the left foot back. Drop the knee, Anjaneyasana. Hands through center. Back toe tucks. Drop the heel, warrior two. Find the strength on this side. Reverse warrior. Straighten that right leg. Bring the arms parallel. Left hip kicks back as the right hand comes forward. Drop it down to the shin. Another option for the block. Left hand sweeps upward. Expanding and opening across the chest as this top shoulder moves back. And we've got our shoulder work. This top arm folds forward. Inhale, draw it up through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull. 2 more. Fold and pull. Fold and pull. Left arm sweeps backwards as you come into your lunge. Back foot stepping forward. Fold. Bend the knees here. Root to rise. Arms up. Hands to center. Very nice. Moving into our next flow. This flow is a little bit longer than the last one. We'll go through the entire side and then we'll repeat on the other. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands through center, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, right foot steps. Drop the knee, Anjaneyasana. Hands down. Back toe tucks, drop the heel, warrior two. Reverse warrior here. Straighten that front leg. The toes come to the left side of the mat, to your right side of the mat. So the feet are parallel. Walk the heels in and then bend the knees. So your heels are in, your toes are out. You may have to adjust your stance so that the knees stack over the ankles. Okay, so goddess pose. Maybe a little shift from side to side to help loosen up through the hips. Take the arms into cactus position, elbows at a 90-degree angle. As you exhale, bring the forearms together to touch, round through the back, pull the belly in. Inhale, open, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Exhale, forearms together. Inhale, shoulder blades together. Exhale, feel the stretch in the back of the shoulders. Inhale, feel the strength in the backs of the shoulders. Once more, together, open. Very good, straighten through the legs. Shift into a runner's lunge to the top of your mat. Step into your plank pose. Move through a vinyasa here if you choose. You can also just meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment to catch your breath if you need to. And then we'll move to our forearms for Dolphin Pose. So simply bending through the elbows, the forearms stay parallel, the fingers are spread wide. You press the chest towards the thighs, the hips still pressing upwards to the ceiling, the heels working their way downwards towards the mat. Dolphin Pose. Now we have dolphin push-ups to help build some more strength in these shoulders. On an inhale, slide the face forward towards your hands. Exhale, press it back. Inhale forward. Exhale, press. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Now, right hand comes up, left hand right into your downward facing dog. Fly your right leg behind you. Pull the knee into the chest. Squeeze it. Inhale, extend it back. 3-legged dog. Pull the knee into the chest. This time, step that knee right behind the right wrist. Moving to Pigeon Pose. Left foot slides back behind you. Inhale, puff the chest. Option here to fold down into Pigeon Pose, or you can find a thread the needle option. So my right arm steps forward, my left arm reaches out, then slide it under the right arm as my head and shoulder come down to the mat. Checking in on how that feels. If it's too intense of a stretch, you can start to make some adjustments here as you need to, or just go to regular Pigeon Pose. Return to that focus on the breath here. One more inhale. As you exhale, you can slide that right hand back, press into it, release the left arm, roll onto this right hip, left leg swings around. So you have a couple of options here for this next pose. You can stay in this setup for Ardha Matsyendrasana, or you can find Gomukhasana legs, where the knees stack on top and the feet open out to the side. If either of those do not feel comfortable for you, you can find more of a fire log pose where the shins align here in front, ankles and knees align on each side, or crisscross applesauce. Those are all good options. So find the leg position for you. Really what we're working on here is our eagle arms, and practicing that before we get to our full pose. So open the arms wide here. Your right arm crosses over the left above the elbows, back of the arms touch. If you feel like you can take a little more, cross at the wrist so the palms touch. And then while here, slide the shoulder blades down the back, lift the elbows slightly. Either closing down the eyes or find focus with the gaze. Honing in a little more to that unwavering focus and concentration. Slowly unwind the arms, open them wide. Uncross the legs, take the left so that you can meet in tabletop pose. Option here to come into plank pose with a vinyasa, or just meeting in downward facing dog. Cleansing breath here, deep inhale, full exhale. Bend the knees, look at the hands, step it forward, forward fold. And root to rise, arms sweep up. Hands to heart center. Now we have that whole series on the other side. Inhale the arms up, hands through center, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, step the left foot back. Drop the knee down. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Keep those hips tucked, belly pulling in. Hands through center. Plant the hands, back toes tuck. Drop the heel, open up to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. And then straighten that front leg. Turn the toes to the left side of your mat so the feet are parallel. Heels walk in, bend the knees. Finding that goddess pose once again. Shifting side to side as necessary. Hips tuck under, belly pulls in. Arms come up like a cactus here. On an inhale. And then exhale. Bring the forearms together. Belly pulls in, back rounds. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Once again, finding the stretch through the back of the shoulders as we close here. Find the strength in that same area as we open. Once more, fold and open. Very good. Straighten the legs. Come down to that lunge. Step into a plank. Option for a vinyasa here if you choose. Meeting in downward facing dog. And finding dolphin pose once more. This time move to your left arm first. Drop it down and then the right. Forearms parallel, fingers spread wide. Walking the feet in if that feels good. Trying to relax through the neck and shoulders as you press the chest and the face towards the thighs. And we've got 5 dolphin push-ups. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale. Exhale. Forward. Back. 2 more. Back. Last one. Forward. And back. This time, coming up on the left hand first. Then the right as you come into downward facing dog. Focus the breath. And then fly that left leg. Pull the knee into the chest. Extend it behind you. Pull the knee in. This time knee comes right behind the left wrist. Slide the right leg back. You can puff the chest here as we set up either for pigeon pose where you come down, or you can find thread the needle option. Left arm reaches out or steps out a little. The right arm reaches, then slide it under the left as you bring that shoulder and side of the face to the mat. Returning to the focus on the breath. You can also come back to that intention, that unwavering focus and concentration. We unfold the body and open the mind and explore possibilities within our practice today. One more inhale. As you exhale, press into the left hand. Take the right arm out. Roll onto that left hip. Right leg swings around. Once again, finding that leg setup that works for you. Could be this setup for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Could be Gomukhasana, crisscross applesauce, or any other leg position. Open the arms wide here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, the left arm crosses over the right. At the elbows, back of the hands touch. Maybe the wrists cross so the palms press into each other. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back. The elbows lift up slightly. Closing the eyes or focusing the gaze. And unwrap the arms, open wide. Uncross the right leg, moving into our tabletop. Option to come up into plank pose and vinyasa, or right into downward facing dog. Nice work so far. Let's take a nice cleansing breath here. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Bend the knees, look at the hands, meeting at the top of the mat. Forward fold. And root to rise. Sweep the arms all the way up. Hands to heart center. Next flow, inhale up. Hands through center to fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, step that right foot back. Find your Anjaneyasana. Hands down. Tuck the toes, coming into warrior two. Strength once again. Feel the legs, giving you a nice base. Straighten through the front leg here. Turn the left toes forward to face the right side of the mat. Finding a wide leg forward fold here. Hinging at the hips, coming forward just halfway, and then fold down the rest of the way. Head, crown of the head coming towards the mat, shifting the weight into the balls of the feet here. Plant your left hand under your face. The right hand sweeps up. And release. Plant the right hand, sweep the left. And release. Come up halfway. Nice flat back here. Bring the hands to the hips. Engage through the back body here as you pull the torso up. Turn to face the front of the mat, coming to a lunge. A high lunge, crescent pose. So your back heel kicks up, the arms reaching here. Finding a standing balance here with funky chair as we start to practice standing on just one foot. So we'll take that little hop. The right leg will come up to the top of the left knee, above the knee, as you bend through that knee and find funky chair or standing figure four, flexing through this right foot here. Keep the core tight. Keep the core tight and focus the gaze. Will help with the balance. All right, slide this right leg all the way over so the outside, or the foot comes to the outside of the left foot. Hinge at the hips to find a forward fold here. Notice the stretch happening in the outside of the left leg through that IT band area. Lift up halfway, lengthen the spine, uncross the right leg, forward fold here. Inhale halfway. Fold, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Drop the knee, Anjaneyasana. Hands through center, tuck that back toe, coming into our warrior two. Straighten the front leg here. Right toe faces the front of the mat now as the feet are parallel towards the left side. Hands to the hips, finding this forward fold once again. Hinge forward, nice tall long spine as you come halfway. And then fold the rest of the way down. Leaning the weight a little more forward. Then engage the back body here as you pull the torso up halfway. Then pull it up the rest of the way. This time, roll the shoulders back, clasp the hands behind you, let the hands, that fist package, walk down as you open the chest, maybe lift the gaze slightly. Nice tall spine. Once again, come forward as you hinge at the hips, halfway, then fold down the rest of the way. The arms might start to lift off the back or reach them to the wall behind you. Then release the hands all the way down. Come up halfway, fingertips can be to the floor. Hands to the hips now, engaging once again through the back body as you pull the torso up. Right toe turns as we come into our Crescent Pose. Back heel lifts up. And we find our funky chair on this side. So a little hop, back foot comes forward. Left ankle to the top of the right knee, bend through the right knee. Core's engaged here, focus the gaze. Slide the left leg all the way over so it plants outside the right foot, forward fold. Noticing now the stretch in the outside of the right leg. Inhale, come up halfway. Uncross the legs, fold back down. And bend the knees here. Root to rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. All right, here we are, ready to try our eagle pose. So we won't connect it with a flow today. We'll just practice one side and then the other, and then we'll find our final stretches. All right, so for eagle pose, we're going to start by standing on our right leg. So just in case if you've got your block, take that block to the outside of the right foot. That will be a nice place to rest the foot if you can't find the balance today. Some days are always better than others. All right, so coming to Tadasana to start, so the feet hip width apart, engage through the legs, the hips tuck under, belly in, strong core. Shoulders roll back and down, crown of the head reaching up, hands at your side. You can either focus the gaze here or close the eyes. Come back to that intention. Unwavering focus and concentration. All right. As we move into this pose here, move with a sense of discovery, exploring how the body feels and responds as you take it into this pose. So begin by taking the weight into the right foot. The left leg just pull the knee upwards. Take a little bend through that right knee as you cross the left leg over. Check here, just take the left leg outside the right. If you feel stable and you don't need the block, that's fine, or you may need to step down on that block for stability. If you feel like you can take the foot around the calf, start to wrap the toes behind that right leg, okay? Strong core, again, starting to focus that gaze. Open the arms wide. Right arm crosses over the left. Back of the hands touch or cross at the wrist. Focusing. Opening the mind. Finding that hidden potential. All right, slowly unwrap the arms, uncross the legs, pedal out the feet here, and then find Tadasana once again. Again, feet hip width apart, pulling upward through the legs, engaging the core, shoulders back and down. And just noticing the effects of the right side of Garudasana. And now let us try the left side. Shift your weight into that left foot. If you're using the block, it can come to the outside of the left foot. And then shift your weight, pull the right foot up, cross it over with a slight bend in that left knee, and check in here. Foot touches outside the left leg, touches down for stability, or wrap the toes, only if it's not contorting the knees too much. There's no pain, so if you've got knee issues, this is not the time to wrap your toes. Inhale, open the arms wide. Now taking the left arm over the right, cross, back of the hands touch or across the wrist. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back, elbows reaching upward. Focusing here. Again, that sense of discovery, taking note of how the body responds. Unwrap the arms here, uncross the legs, come to Tadasana, final time. Lengthen through the spine, crown of the head reaching, closing the eyes. And just notice. What do you feel after now having done both sides of equal pose? All right. Moving the blocks out of the way here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Heel toe the feet out a little wider. So they're wider than hip width apart, toes out, heels in. And from here, sink the hips down into Malasana. Of course, you can adjust the feet as you need to, maybe even taking a block under the hips if you need that support. Elbows inside the knees, palms pressing together. Lengthen through the spine here. Get your head out of your turtle shell. And taking this time to recognize any fulfillment of potential from this practice today. What did you accomplish? How did you feel while doing so? Take the hands to the floor. Hips float all the way back up, forward fold. And if needed, turn to the side, front of your mat. And we'll find that modified downward facing dog from the beginning of class. So the feet as wide as the mat, the hands a little closer to the feet than normal downward facing dog for you. Let the heels work their way down as you press into the hands. So once again, finding this point of symmetry after having done one side and then the other. Equally pressing into the feet and the hands. Equally pressing left side and right side. And then slowly come down to the knees. And we'll come to a seated position with the legs wide. Now for me, I like to have a block or even a blanket or even folding up the mat under my sit bones a little, just to give me a little shelf to help my hips not roll backwards. All right, so wide-legged fold here. The feet and the knees pointing up to the ceiling, a gentle bend, not hyperextending. Inhale, lengthen through the spine here. As you exhale, just slowly start to fold forward. When you can't fold anymore here, start to round down. If you need to, you can use the block to support under the head, maybe two, depending on where you're at today. Once again, using this forward fold as an opportunity to explore within. Explore any hidden potential. Noticing any openness of the mind, any openness of the body. And of course, noticing the focus, the concentration that you were able to channel today. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, the hands can walk back as the torso comes up. Using the blocks, well, let's get out of this pose. Take the hands to the outside of the legs and use it to bring the knees a little closer together. Now we'll take our blocks to move into a supported fish pose. So I take one block on a medium setting to go right between my shoulder blades, right up in here, and the other block also at the medium setting to go underneath my head. You can of course have it at whatever height works for you. So as you come down, allowing once again that block to be right between the shoulder blades, making those adjustments that you need. The block coming underneath the head. Now if your upper body isn't feeling quite as open, this will not feel so comfortable, and so finding the taller setting may feel better. All right, the legs come into that constructive rest position here, feet a little wider, letting the knees fold in, arms comfortably at your body, the sides of your body. Take a moment here to squeeze the shoulder blades around the block, holding here, and then release, maybe noticing any opening through the front of the body. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades around the block, hold, and release. Once more, squeeze the shoulder blades, hugging the block, holding. On an exhale, full release. All right, one more inhale here. As you exhale, and roll to one side to come off the blocks. They can move out of the way as we come into our final stretches before Shavasana. So onto our backs. Extend the right leg. Pull the left knee into the chest. And find half happy baby with the left arm inside the left knee, the hand outside the right, and outside the left foot. As that knee comes down towards the armpit and the right hand coming to the right hip. Staying in this present moment. Release the foot, take the knee across the body. For a supine twist, the left arm extends behind, the gaze can be towards the ceiling or looking over that left arm. And release to center. Extend the left leg out, hug the right knee into the chest. And find half happy baby on this side, arm inside the leg, hand outside the foot. Gently pulling towards the armpit, the left hand to the top of the left hip. And release the foot, take the knee across the body. The right arm extending behind you, the gaze towards the ceiling or towards that right arm. And release. Tooth back. One more pose here. Take the soles of the feet together as the knees open wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the arms up overhead. You can stay here with the arms extended overhead or bend at the elbows, finding those cactus arms once again. A soft cactus here, releasing, not squeezing. Opening through the hips and the front of the chest. Continuing with that smooth, even breath. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, you can release the arms, take the hands outside the legs so the knees can come in together. And setting up for Shavasana here, whatever that works, whatever that looks like for you, that works for your body right now. Simple Shavasana with the legs extended, supported with the blocks under the knees, or that constructive rest with the knees coming in towards each other. Again, either option that works for you. The arms comfortably away from the body with the palms facing up. Once you're settled into position, take a deep inhale here through the nose, continuing to unfold the body and open the mind. open mouth, exhale any lingering distractions. On the next inhale, drawing in that sense of balance and harmony with the mind and body. And exhaling anything to disrupt that harmony. Find stillness and quiet here as you feel your body sinking deeper and deeper into the mat. And slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, move the wrists and the ankles. Extend the legs out if they were bent. Draw the ankles together, reach the arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then slowly pull one knee into the chest and then the other, giving yourself a nice hug. Gently rocking from side to side. And roll to one side. Use that right arm as a pillow as you come into Fetal Pose. And then use your opposite arm to gently press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, the chin to the chest here. Take a moment to come back to that intention. I have unwavering focus and concentration as I unfold my body and open my mind to possibility and explore my hidden potential. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Take this practice into your next activity to bring that same sense of focus so you can find fulfillment. With peace, love, and gratitude, namaste.